What if I told you a teenage girl killed her parents and then threw a party in the same house? For years, the house on Marrow Street was invisible. It sat between two identical homes with trimmed lawns and porch lights that turned on every night at the same time. Neighbors waved, cars passed, children rode bikes on the sidewalk, and nothing about the house stood out. Neither did the family inside it. The parents were strict but stable, hardworking and involved, the kind of people who believed structure prevented problems and rules created safety. Their daughter was 16. She wasn't a troublemaker. She didn't drink, didn't run away, didn't fight at school. Teachers described her as quiet, intelligent, and distant. If something was wrong, it didn't show. But inside the house, silence carried weight. Conversations were short, expectations were clear, and mistakes were not tolerated. Doors stayed open, phones were checked, and freedom came with conditions. Arguments didn't explode, they simmered. The girl learned early that raising her voice never helped, and crying made things worse, so she stopped doing both. Instead, she withdrew, spending hours alone in her room scrolling through her phone, watching videos and reading stories about lives far away. Her parents believed she was ungrateful. She believed they were suffocating her. And slowly, resentment replaced fear. The argument that night wasn't unusual. It was about rules, control, her future, and choices she wasn't allowed to make. Voices stayed low, but words stayed sharp. At some point, her mother said something that landed differently than before. Something final. The girl didn't respond. She nodded, turned away, and went to her room. Her parents assumed the argument was over. It wasn't. Sometime after midnight, the house went quiet. No screaming, no alarms, no sudden sounds. Investigators later concluded the attacks happened quickly and methodically. When it was over, the girl didn't run or panic or call for help. She cleaned, washed her hands, changed her clothes, walked back to her bedroom, and went to sleep. The next day, friends arrived. Music played. Laughter filled the house. Snacks were laid out. She smiled, joked, and acted relieved. A party in the same house where her parents had died just hours earlier. Some guests thought it was strange. Others didn't ask questions. One friend later told police she seemed lighter, like something had been lifted. The truth came later when a relative arrived unexpectedly, walked down the hallway, and saw something that immediately stopped time. Police arrived within minutes. The party ended in confusion. Phones were taken, stories didn't match, and all attention turned to one person. In the interrogation room, the girl sat still. She didn't cry or shake. When detectives asked what happened, she answered calmly. She said she felt trapped, controlled, invisible, and didn't see another way out. What shocked investigators wasn't just what she admitted, but how little emotion she showed while admitting it. At trial, the courtroom was packed. Some saw her as a monster, others as a victim. The defense argued years of emotional pressure pushed her past a breaking point. The prosecution argued planning, intent, and control, pointing to the cleaning, the sleep, and the party. They said this wasn't a snap, it was a decision. When the verdict was read, she didn't react. No tears, no collapse, no visible regret. She was sentenced as a juvenile, but the consequences were permanent. The house on Marrow Street was sold, repainted, and filled with new memories. But neighbors still avoid it. Not because of what happened inside, but because of what it proved. That danger doesn't always scream. Resentment doesn't always show. And sometimes the most chilling crimes are committed in silence. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime stories like this.